it's all kicking off. It's all kicking off in today's podcast, everyone.
It really is.
It's a lot. I'm sharing my screen with Judd because I've brought I'm gonna say I've brought props, but that's not the right word. I've brought
you have an itinerary.
Yeah, I've brought like a presentation. Yeah, but no, so you don't need to look at the itinerary, Judd. That's just to remind me what I'm doing.
Oh, I see.
But coming up in today's podcast, Jake argues with people on the internet again. John Fury's kicked some shit, and I got a bunch of free pizza one time.
Oh wow,
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Yeah, kicking things off. Recently, on this channel, we published a video in the series that I do, where I play through all the best-selling games from each year. The one that went out most recently was from the year 1997, which is Gran Turismo, the original Gran Turismo. And if you remember, Judd, I rated Gran Turismo out of 100 and gave it... what did I give it? Wait, hold. 10. 10
you
out
gave
of 100.
It 10.
I fucking hate that game. It's absolute dog shit. It's fucking awful. People aren't very happy with that. So I published it, and you can see my screen, can't you?
Yeah, I can see it.
So I posted it, and it's titled "Your Favorite Racing Game Sucks," and I photoshopped the Gran Turismo logo. I think, if anything, I can. Oh, you'll not be able to see it. I'm going to put it on screen. I photoshopped the Gran Turismo logo so that instead of where it says Gran Turismo in the logo, it says overrated. So there was. So it's got 24 viees and 11 comments, 3 dislikes and 1 like.
It's the one like you.
No. But yeah, I'm going to respond to all these comments because this dude got so fucking angry. He said, the first thing he said was, if you think GT1 Gran Turismo 1's music sounds like a porno, but the music that you yourself placed in the background of the video doesn't, then I can't take you seriously. So let me kind of play to you the music that we're referring to. The music that I said sounds like porno music is this.
That is porno music.
That sounds exactly like porno music, doesn't it? Just to illustrate that point,
watch that one.
Here's some 80s porno music. Just going back to the Gran Turismo music again. I'm sorry, but it sounds so much like it. And by the way, so when I was doing like bits of sped up footage and stuff, just so it wasn't silent, I'd put in some lo-fi hip-hop beats stuff, just, as background music. So this is the music that he says sounds more like porno music than that. Now...
Maybe now, if we're talking a softcore porno, like it's mostly hands and kissing and stuff, then I could see where it's coming from. But the Gran Turismo music is straight up the fucking hardcore, like 80s bow chicka wow wow fucking. Yeah, like
I don't necessarily disagree.
Name? The bald guy. Yeah, I expect him
Johnny
to fucking
Sins.
drive past. Yeah, he's gonna drive past in one of the cars.
I don't necessarily disagree that the music I use doesn't sound like maybe I guess, but whatever. Really, here's some more. By the way, a different menu music from Gran Turismo.
This is the one around the back of the porno shop with the 4 glory holes. I know this one.
So yeah, just fucking. It's an opinion, right? That's fine. Yeah. If he disagrees, sure. He's wrong, but it's like, so I just said...
He watches different porn, he watches
different
much
porn.
More soft, he watches much softer porn, yeah.
So I said maybe a little, it's just regular lo-fi stuff. I think the menu music sounds a lot more like old school porn music, because I didn't think he was that pissed off. But then he says, again, if you think hard industrial electronic music sounds more like 80s, 90s porn than slow, smooth lo-fi. I can't take anything you say seriously. Hard industrial electronic. Hard industrial electronic. Just a reminder.
It's like I can hear the bass line.
Wait. Here's the other one.
Most of it is a bass line.
Hard industrial electronic.
Hard industrial. Yeah. Hard industrial, like it's like, hard industrial is like.
Yeah.
Like that
so
shit.
like this.
That's more.
Yeah, because that's the music that plays when you're driving. Which is fine. So I said, not the music while driving, just the music in the simulation mode menu, which is this one. Okay?
Okay.
So then it says, that's what I was talking about too. The menu music in Gran Turismo 1 is hard industrial electronic music.
Bleeps and blops.
So at this point, I was out getting lunch, so I was like, I kind of can't be arsed with this guy. So I said, weird to be that mad. Oh wait, no, that's okay. No, so I wait, yeah. Okay, so he said, that's what I'm talking about too. The menu music in Gran Turismo 1 is hard industrial electronic music. You're not that bright, are you? Is what he says to me. I'm like, fucking hell, he's actually like mad.
Yeah.
So I said, weird to be that mad, but okay, you do you.
Gran Turismo has obviously had some huge impact on this guy's life. I think he like first kissed a girl while like he had Gran Turismo on in the background or something.
We will get to that. Don't worry. There's a reason I've got a shit ton of tabs open.
Okay.
So he then says, just pointing out.
One of them's just this guy's Facebook profile. You tracked him down. It's like, so this guy's a loser.
No. One of them said. So then he says, just pointing out factual inaccuracies in your commentary. Factual inaccuracies. Apparently, that is.
Yeah.
That's literally. I said just now earlier. It's an opinion, technically. It's fine. It's just an opinion.
Yeah.
He might think it does sound more like that. But no. He thinks it's factual, like straight up factual. Check out my other comment if you want a scathing critique of the whole video using legitimate facts about the game and IRL cars as a basis. Right. So at this point, I'm thinking, what are you on about? You other comment. There's not a comment with a link in it or anything like that.
Yeah.
And I thought he'd made like a full fucking video on the spot.
Yeah,
that's
what it sounded like.
That's not the case. All it is if YouTube thinks, and I hate that he does this. If YouTube thinks that you're gonna be like mentally affected by a negative comment or something, it hides it from you, and you have to like actively go out and search for it. So I thought I'll check my comments and see. And yeah, he posted this fucking essay at me.
Wait, I'm reading. I'm reading. No, I'm reading.
Wait, can you read it in this voice?
Yeah. So, all right, everybody at home, picture Bubble Bass from SpongeBob. You know what I'm talking about. So I watched the entire video and came to my own conclusion. This game doesn't suck. You're just bad at it, and you're too ignorant to even look up any facts on the game to know that the game supports the PS1 DualShock and allows you to use the sticks for finer steering. You can even use the right stick for finer acceleration, braking, and use manual transmission for more control of the car. As for the car turning on, it's turning on its own while braking. Yeah, both cars you mentioned that with our real wheel drive cars, they fishtail. Sorry, this bit's in all caps. That's how WRD cars respond to braking IRL. 2. It's called a simulator for a reason. The sheer ignorance and dumbasslery on display in this video. My God, I am I am begging gaming content creators, fucking educate themselves on the damn game. He's turned German. He's turned into like some sort of SS like member. The damn games they're playing. It'll save you from a lot of stupid, embarrassing shit like this.
This is hilarious. 'Cause he's
He's a real
so
person.
mad. He's so mad. And it's really ironic that he's saying it'll save you from a lot of stupid, embarrassing shit.
Yeah.
Who's the one who's being embarrassing here? Let's be honest. I mean, come on, just a reminder of the music that doesn't sound like porn music.
Yeah.
Wait, here's the porn music again. Okay.
I honestly think you could have like played me both of them and been like, all right, which is the Gran Turismo music?
And you'd have
and,
gone
like,
neither. The both of them are 80s porn music.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is both 80s porn.
So yeah, okay. Let me just go through this. I didn't reply to this in particular because I'm going to reply now on the podcast. You're just bad at it. You're too ignorant to look up any facts on the game to know the game sports PS1 DualShock and allows you to use sticks for finer steering. I don't fucking care. PS1 as standard doesn't have an analog stick, right? The game I was playing, and also when I'm playing the game, the analog stick didn't work. Not only did it like not work very well, it just literally did nothing. So you're fucking wrong, right? And it doesn't matter. You shouldn't have to go on the internet, which doesn't exist when this fucking game came out, by the way, and go, does this game support finer steering with the DualShock analog stick? Fuck you. You shouldn't have to do that shit to play a fucking game. It's dumb. And then you have to go out and buy another controller. Shut the fuck up. Plus, the problem that I had with the steering in this game is that you use the D-pad buttons as standard, obviously, as the PS1 has as standard. And that means when you press left to turn left, it's either on or off, because there's no scale to those buttons. So you press left and it goes all on at once. It's either all on or all off. So it's just like, it's shit. You can even use the right stick for finer acceleration / braking and use manual transmission for more control of the car. Okay, so you can use the right stick for finer acceleration, braking, and... yeah, when did it ever fucking tell me that? This is assuming that he's actually telling the truth, because so far this retard probably isn't. It's like I'm so sick of how shit people are that I'm not holding back on this bitch, honestly. So never said that for a moment. Never said that in the game. I don't see a single thing where it says you can use the right stick for a finer acceleration / braking. Also, why? That's shit. You've never had to do that, like, in any good racing game. That's not what you do. It's fucking hell. Okay,
really
you can use manual transmission for more control of the car. Now, I don't want to be playing Gran Turismo 1 for my entire fucking life. So I'm not going to get used to...
This guy does.
He does, yeah. I'm not going to get used to playing... learning how to do the manual transmission well enough to beat this game, which is fucking impossible, by the way, to play it as standard. And and also, you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to. Automatic transmissions in the game, it should be good enough to use. Like, what's the fucking point in having it there if it's not?
Yeah.
Chat's saying he sounds like one of them people who get really triggered when you insult Star Wars. It is giving the exact same energy. That's the same thing.
It is. It's like, I'm sorry, but where does it start? The game supports the PS1 DualShock and allows you to use the sticks for finer steering. It's the same. It has the same energy as. No, Luke isn't incestual. He didn't know that Leia was his sister when he kissed her at the time. He didn't know. It's the same fucking energy. It's the same energy.
So, car turning on its own while braking. Not what I said. Not what I had a problem with. So that's just fucking wrong. It's like sometimes the car will just veer off, like not steering or anything. Sometimes it just steers. Like I don't know if it's maybe for some reason the version of the game I had was buggy or something. I don't actually know that for sure. It would make more sense, because why the fuck would you allow a game to do stuff like that? Also, and the moment I think he was referring to. Go on.
Can I just say, in this guy's defense, how were you playing this game? Were you playing it on PlayStation 1? A real one?
No.
Were you? No. Okay, here we go.
No, and it's fair enough. It could be that.
Yeah.
But the game that I played, the one that was on the screen, was fucking terrible. So, but you have to bear in mind, it is a PS1 emulator. It's not like it's like worlds away from a PS1. It's very, very similar. It's as close as you can get to actually playing on a PS1. You know,
I just thought it wouldn't be fair to say that could be a reason.
Yeah, no, that's why I said the version of the game I was playing could have been buggy. Like it totally could have been. That's fine. So I think the moment he's referring to was a clip that I showed in the video where I wasn't braking at all. I wasn't steering at all, and the car was constantly steering to the left.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense. Like he's literally getting mad about something that's not what happened. Like I wasn't talking about that at all. So even if what he's saying is true, again, should you believe this idiot? That's not what was happening. Like it's insane. And then the rest of it's him just being mad and acting like you have to fucking do a thesis on the game to make content on it. Shut the fuck up. It's crazy. Right, so I didn't respond to that because I was planning on responding on the podcast and have done so now. So another guy responded to that comment saying, "Don't worry about it. The YouTube algorithm pushed this to me as well by chance. His opinion is in the minority anyhow. Let it be." Now, this guy disagrees with me as well, but did so in a very respectful manner. This guy fully showed the fucking idiot how to act. So I responded to him saying, "It's exactly that, an opinion. Thanks for being level-headed about it."
Yes.
Right. You know, then the original guy shoots up again.
Opinion based on bullshit because you didn't even fucking try.
A misinformed opinion based on bullshit because you didn't even fucking try is what he says afterwards. That's crazy. He's still fucking mad. I was going.
He's still mad. He's still mad.
He responded. This was half an hour ago. It's half the presses. So, do you want to read the last comment he's left that I will respond to again?
If you're going to say that a game flat out sucks, full stop, at least put enough time and effort into it that you can actually, truly say, IMO, this game sucks.
In my opinion.
You gave up... Okay, thanks, I actually didn't know what that meant. You gave up in this early game. You gave up in the early game and didn't even bother trying to learn how the game works. You can say you don't like the game, but you can't say it sucks based on what it looks like, just barely 2 hours of gameplay in an upwards of 30-hour game, is what he said.
Yeah, who's saying non-factual shit now? Because I didn't play barely 2 hours. I must have played more than 10 hours. Easily.
Yeah.
Easily more than 10 hours of this game. And I was only in the early stages of it because you can't fucking control the cars, you idiot! I couldn't beat any races! What the fuck did you think was going on? And it is saying, I barely did, the amount of races I did complete to save up money to upgrade cars. I must have played fucking 300 races or some shit. Honestly, it's not like I played barely any of this game. I'm trying to complete all these games, bear in mind. I was really fucking trying, but what I've been presented with is fucking awful. So, and it's ridiculous. It's like, what, if someone stabs you, do you have to then, like, go, stab me like about 50 more times? Let me just check that that's a bad thing happening to me. Shut the fuck up. It's insane. You gave up in the early game, didn't even bother trying to learn how the game works. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck are you talking about how the game works?
It's driving forward. We know how the game works. The whole game's driving
Whoa,
forward.
Judd. Sometimes there's corners.
Oh no! Oh fuck! Sometimes you have to turn slightly. Oh, and sometimes the car looks
Well, Judd,
different.
apparently, even this fucking dumbass struggles with that too. Because here's some gameplay of this retard playing the game.
Like GT2 does.
I like that! It does.
Look! He can't even play the game! He spun out straight away!
Off the road. This is 2 minutes and 13 seconds into the video, and he's already off the fucking road.
Also, this car is hard to turn.
Also, this car is hard to turn. I'm just bad at the game!
Oh my god, there it is, there it is.
Wait,
but
dude,
you do not know the freaking game.
Here we go, there's another one.
But it's four-wheel drive, what do you expect?
Wait, get ready. Get ready for it, he's still driving.
They don't spin out,
still
they also
driving.
don't really like to turn in.
Get ready.
Okay. There he goes. There he goes.
When they do, they jerk like that, and then you have to...
Oh, did they?
Do they jerk to the side like I fucking
Yeah.
said, you
Yeah,
moron? He's
Like-
he's insane.
I know,
He's
it's insane. He can literally verbatim make the exact same points that you've made, but that, you know, because it's coming from his mouth, it's like, oh, well, then it's factual. It has to be true. But you literally say the same.
Every corner in this race is spun out.
But the second that somebody fucking says it, you know, that, you know, is kind of new to it. It's like, no, you are factually incorrect. It's like, bro, we've literally caught you in 1080p. Well, no, sorry, not 1080p, 480p.
480p.
You're literally, you've literally been caught in 480p saying the exact same shit you disagree with, you fucking nonce. Get a life.
The only thing that I found weird about his is I feel like when I looked on on him playing this game, the graphics looked better on his, so I don't know what that was about, but I don't know. It's not important. Chat's just looked on his channel. His whole channel's fucking based off this game, and he can't even fucking do that right. He's so shit at making videos as well. Not that we've got a particularly big high horse about making videos, but you know,
our brand is literally being dog shit, and he's even probably got more viewers than we do. I'll be completely honest with you, but the thing is, I when you started talking about this, I was a bit like, I know we're not big, but it's like, are we really using this platform to like go after and not attack? But I mean, we have been, we've been talking about this guy, but it's like, I was like, are you really using it to do that? But then to literally make the exact same fucking points in your video and then turn around and be such an absolute raging cunt to somebody who makes the exact same points as you do. It's like actually, you genuinely deserve to be called out, because this kind of behavior is it's absolutely fatherless behavior. Like, it's pathetic. It's a fucking racing game, you sad bastard. Get a life. This is the thing. Get a girlfriend. Go outside, you smell.
You can't just not respond to people, because then they go around and just still do it. Nobody will learn unless you call them out and put them in their fucking place. So there you go, whatever the fuck that guy is, you put in your fucking place.
Whatever the fuck that guy.
I'm literally going to clip this. I'll probably clip it on Cake or do a highlight or something, and I'm just gonna reply again with that segment of us fucking talking about the entire thing. Because what more do I need to say than that? It's just nuts. Like, you can disagree. You can think the handling in the game is good. You can think that the game is good, you know, and all of that, but
you can even enjoy the game. It can be your favorite game in the world. Like, that's fine. It's just going out of your way to... You know, I say we attack the guy, but that guy attacked first. I mean, the guy's literally on your fucking thing, like, say, oh, it's a moronic idiot opinion, you know, shit like that. It's like, fuck this dude.
It's because he were getting, like, so mad and fucking, like, antagonizing. It literally, that other guy who commented, if he'd have behaved in the way that the other comment, the kind of one that still disagreed but was nice about it, I would just, it wouldn't have even been worth talking about, but, you know, I thought it's content in it.
Yeah.
Games
Yes.
badly big fan in Kick as well. Shout out to you. Hello. Right. Anyway, speaking of aggressive things happening, the KSI Tommy Fury press conference went down.
Oh, Jesus!
I was so
fucking Christ.
annoyed by this, by the way, because
from
I had to go.
talking about one fucking monkey to another.
I had to go into the
No,
office.
KSI! I didn't mean that. I didn't mean KSI.
No, he didn't mean KSI. Sorry, he meant Big John Fury because he acted like a big gorilla. Oh my god, that was a good save. Like people would have thought that's still going to be taken out of context. Holy shit! God, I didn't even think. Oh my god. Games by the Bin fan, you've just missed us absolutely ribbing on some fucking hate comments. It was hilarious. I suggest listening to the start of this podcast when it comes out on Spotify probably tomorrow. Yeah, KSI versus Tommy Fury press conference. It was fucking wild. So the fighters that were on stage, we had KSI, Tommy Fury, Logan Paul, and Dylan Dennis. Jesus. Dylan Dennis kicks things off by coming out in the fucking alien from Toy Story hat to, take piss out of Logan for the Japanese situation, the Japan forest thing. Like, it's been done. Like, it's tired. And people seemed to think that Dylan Dennis were, like, doing really well at the shit talking and things like that. To me, he's just fucking cringe. I don't think he's very good at all. Like, it's like, oh, what, you're doing another fucking Japan forest joke, I hear, to Logan Paul. Like, shut up. Like, we've heard it before. It's crazy. So there were that. And Logan brought out a poster of Dylan Dennis being choked out on a night out by a bouncer, not like a full-time fighter. This guy, by the way, Dylan Dennis, is a jiu-jitsu specialist. He specializes in escaping chokes and doing grappling chokes on the ground.
Is very funny. Well done, Logan.
Do you know what's funnier? Well, it's a bit tired as well. That happened years ago. But what's funnier is that guy wasn't a full-time bouncer. He just did that on weekends. Do you know what his actual job was?
Go on.
A chocolatier.
Yes! The Candyman can.
So, yeah, he brought that and then kind of put that on.
I want to see him fucking boxing. I want to see him in the ring.
Maybe. That could be good. Logan also brought that exact bouncer with him to be his security guard. So, I thought that was pretty good. You like that one, don't you? I don't know what happens. Every time Judd laughs, his mic just doesn't bring through the audio. I don't know why.
I'm some sort of like demonic creature. My laugh distorts electronics. It can only be picked up on those, those spirit boxes that they use. It can only be picked up on one of those.
Those spirit bombs, yeah. We're, more press conference talk in a second. We're just going to do reminders while people are in chat. Reminder. There's some stuff to put in your calendar. Everyone get your calendars out on your phones. I'm being fucking serious. I'm being serious now. There's some events coming up that you need to remember about because we're going to be hosting some stuff. This weekend, this Saturday, I might watch Usyk versus Daniel Dubois on stream, but Judd will probably not be there. It's not. Maybe.
I won't
that's
be
a
there.
maybe.
I am doing something. I definitely won't be there.
But the main one to remember, September 16th, around, what did we say, 4 to 5 p.m. start time. September 16th, on a Saturday, is the 200 podcast special. We've got a shit ton of stuff going on. It's going to be so good. We're going to get so drunk. You can spin the wheel to make us drink. There's media share going on, so you can play videos from YouTube. We're taking shots, like, every time we do something new. We're doing a beer taste test with fucking 20-odd beers in it. We're drinking, like, 20-odd beers. It's like a World Cup knockout thing. We've got, like, incredible presents from us. Maybe a guest star. Not actually a guest star, that one was a lie. And all sorts of stuff. Yeah, it's going to be great. We're in a big old celebration. September 16th, 200 podcast special between 4 and 5 UK time. Get it in your calendars. The only other one is we will be live streaming a watch along of the KSI versus Tommy Fury fight, the whole card. So that's on October 14th. That one.
Okay, so I mean, definitely that is all still going ahead. I have, however, just realised I got Necrogoblicon tickets, and it just so happens to be on the same day as the 200 special. Obviously, we're still doing the special. We're still doing the special. However, this brings up an opportunity, because I did get 2 tickets. I was going to take Tom, but I'll just buy him another ticket because this is my fuck up. It starts at 8:00. Would there be any way we could start the whole thing a bit sooner? Still get drunk, still do all that stuff, and I'll book us a taxi to get to the Key Club in Leeds for 8:00.
No.
So we could have
long story short, no. It's
right, I'm gonna have to cancel it. I'm gonna have to see if I can cancel these tickets or something. Then, fuck, god damn it.
We can. We'll talk about it after, probably. We can move the date, I guess, but you know, like, fucking,
right,
I made you put it in your fucking calendar, Judd.
I know, god damn it.
Come on.
I just thought, well, it can't be the same day, surely.
Jesus Christ. Why, anytime you're booking to do something, just look and you can put it in your calendar. It's super fucking easy. It's one of the biggest pet peeves ever.
And it's still going ahead. It's still fine.
Even the audience listens more than you do, puts in their fucking calendars.
Don't
oh my
worry
god.
About it, audience. It's fine.
Right. More press conference. So
okay.
Logan Paul brought out like a massive cake of Dylan Dennis knocked out, which I thought that was pretty fucking cool. But KSI got under Tommy Fury's skin, I think. People like to say who won the press conference. Like, did Dylan, get under Logan's skin more, or did Logan get under Dylan's skin more, or whatever? Mm-hmm. People like to say all of that sort of thing. I don't think it's like massively. I think people look into that sort of thing too much. They read into it a bit much. I don't think that matters too much. But if you had to pick a winner, I think that maybe Dylan Dennis won. The thing is, he looks scared. He always looks scared because he's not properly a fighter. He just fucking claims he's a fighter and then never fucking does anything about it. By the way, Logan Paul set up a website. If you go to dildodennis.com, he's bought that page, and it brings up a photoshopped picture of Dylan Dennis knocked out, and it shows how many days since Dylan Dennis last fought. 1,532. It's a lot. Oh my god. But if you had to pick a winner between KSI and Tommy Fury, I think KSI probably did better. It seemed to really piss Tommy Fury off, which, if that's like a goal of these things, I guess. But it was wild. So, what else? I mean, the only other thing I can think that was worth saying is that Big John Fury, Tommy Fury's dad, which is ridiculous, by the way. No one else brings their dad with them to this shit. Like, come on, it's cringe.
That is embarrassing, that.
I think it's kind of because I think his dad trains him. And, KSI's trainer was next to him as well. But I still think it's cringe as fuck. It's super cringe. There was a label for Conor McGregor to be there as well, because Conor McGregor's friends with Dylan Dennis.
Right. Yeah.
He didn't show up, obviously. Because why would he? Because is he actually friends with Dylan Dennis, or... So, John Fury hated the back and forth. Basically, the back and forth that is the reason for watching Creator Boxing. John Fury fucking hated it, and he was getting so pissed off that he just went to a Rampage. What did, because how much of this did you see? Because you've seen some of it, haven't you? Have you just seen the John Fury ape like Rampage?
I've literally just seen John Fury acting like an absolute ape, going like throwing fucking tables over, going you know, like that's literally, and it's, I don't know, he thinks it's like wrestling, doesn't it? He thinks it's like he thinks that it's just the same as wrestling. I don't know. He's fucking.
No, he doesn't. He's just actually like that. Like, he honestly, right. he's mental. I think he's been banned from America for doing something. I don't know what he did, but he's not allowed to go to America anymore. So he is just mental. Logan took it like it was WWE. That's, you know. Yeah, Logan. He's in the WWE now, so it would make sense that he would act like being in WWE. So, yeah, John Fury. He was crazy. Did you see him? He was like grabbing his crotch and like humping the air and just whacking stuff. He went mental. I don't know how security didn't do anything when he tipped over the first table. Like, I would have thought security would have started running in to like restrain him or something, but they just let him kick over another table. An entire thing fucking kicked off. Everyone was attacking each other. It was crazy.
But see, that's what makes me just think that it's all rehearsed and staged, though, because it's like, surely if this guy was actually being a danger and, you know, doing shit that weren't planned, these guys would have rushed in and fucking stopped him.
They
like
did afterwards when he did the second table. But I honestly, he's a massive guy. So that's probably the cue. It's like, right, don't do anything when he does the first table, but when the second table goes, then you can fucking get him. It's like, you know, if this guy came up on stage and he's going, and like they've got no idea what the fuck's going on, and they'd probably grab him straight away, like, what the fuck are you doing, you moron? But the fact that this guy's come up on stage, had his whole, then done the first table, going, and then done the second, and then it's like, okay, now we'll go in, makes me just think this is just, it's just fucking all done to drum up hype about the fight, and it's shit. It's just shit. I'm confident that it's not fake, but you know, it's just there's a bunch of mental people.
But then
someone in chat said second best podcast on UT. What's UT? What are you talking about? Second best, huh? I'm going to turn it to John Fury. I'm a machine! I'm a fucking machine!
Flip the table!
No, my computer's on it. I flipped the table and the stream just cuts out. It was crazy. It was probably the best press conference that there's ever been. It was so good. I have a soft spot for the KSI versus Logan. I think the first one, the London one. You know when like Logan Paul and Jake Paul were getting like paint cans thrown at them, and there was like fucking riots. Do you remember that? That was crazy. I know you meant YouTube chat. Don't worry. So yeah, it was great. It was great. There's been some kind of like, are they blowing their promotional load, kind of, so to speak, too early? Because it's in, like, you know, just under 2 months from now. So I think Dylan Dennis especially is doing, like, too much promoting now, if anything. But, so, you know, chat suggested we talk about iShow Speed as well, Judd. Do you know what... Do you know who iShow Speed is?
I know who Speed is, yeah, but what's he done? What's that fucking little rascal been up to now? What's he done?
I'm going to say this, like, now. I'm not a fan of Speed. I find him really annoying.
I understand that. I get that.
It's fine. I think I get why people would like him. Like, I fully get why certain audiences would like him, and it makes a lot of sense. But it's really not for me. I am really not interested in watching this little gremlin just fucking be loud and annoying.
I know what you're talking about. Like when it's all the time, it's like, all right, Speed, all right, but you know, I'm gonna put you back in your box for a little bit. But every now and again, I do like to take Speed out of his box and like watch him do some stupid shit, and I get a good laugh out of it. But I couldn't like always sit and just watch all of his stuff. I could never be an iShow Speed fan.
And it's starting to look like he's going down that route of trying to come up with what more shocking things he can do to stay relevant.
Yeah.
And it's because obviously he's kind of going to be plateauing a bit. Like he had this massive growth, and it kind of took off. And I guess he's kind of, you see people crave that, once that happens, don't you? And want it to keep growing like at that speed, but it's not going to. And because he's young, especially, it normally happens to these young boisterous ones that they don't want it to stop.
Usually happens to these young, cute, boisterous ones.
Shut up. So basically, what he's done most recently is accidentally showed his cock on the stream. On his stream. Obviously, I've not looked this up. I saw the news about it on Twitter, but I've not looked up it happening because I don't think there's much less I could be interested in than seeing his dong. So I don't know if he showed bare knob or if he if you could just see it through or if you could just see it through his shorts or what. But
wait, hold on. How old is he? Do we know?
I'm pretty sure he's 18. He's got tattoos. So how old is IShowSpeed? He's 18. Yeah. Born in 2005 and he's 18. Fucking hell, I'm old. God, I'm 26. I was born in 1997. That makes me feel real old. But yeah,
so from what I'm seeing, and yes, I did ask Jake to look up his age, so it'd be okay to check it. It feels a little bit weird still, but from the looks of it, I don't know if it's all got fucking scribbles all over the stuff, but I don't know if it's
chat's saying it was definitely skin showing. And apparently it flipped through his underwear.
From what I'm seeing, it's only just a little bit. I don't know. I think it's fine. You know what he's like. He's probably just been jumping up and down, freaking out like a fucking gremlin, and it just slipped out a bit.
I'm not gonna call him what we call John Fury, because then it's gonna look all racist and stuff.
No, never mind.
He does. Whatever. But I don't know. There's been a bit of debate as to whether it was on purpose or not.
This, reacting to it and barking like a fucking dog.
Yeah, there was a bit of debate as to whether it was accidentally on purpose.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah,
and I could believe it.
I don't know. I could believe it. I could absolutely believe it. But I don't know. I don't.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking as well. I don't necessarily think it. I don't think it was on purpose. But I reckon it was one of these things where he didn't mean to do it, but in the back of his mind, he didn't really want to avoid it too much either, So I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily claim that I think he did it on purpose, but I could see it. I could see him. It wouldn't surprise me if he did it on purpose. But it's just because it's a bit too convenient. That nothing's happened with Speed in a while. Let's fucking show my dog.
That's a convenient cock slip.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
Is there malice behind this cock slip, Speed?
Maybe.
Their ulterior motive?
Right, I've got a little story for you, Judd. A little story. I like to pepper these in the podcast episodes so I can make clips for TikTok and YouTube Shorts. Wait, what are your thoughts on Angry Ginge? Who the fuck's Angry Ginge?
I feel like I've heard that before.
Angry Ginge 13.
I feel like I know that.
I don't know. Angry? He does gaming videos, I think. Let me
look Angry at Joe, Angry Ginge.
Let me look at news. Where's news? What's happened to this guy? What's happened to him? I don't know. Don't know anything about it. Yeah, little story. So, I used to play music. Cool. And there used to be an open mic night on a Thursday in the town centre of Barnsley at the old Number 7 pub, my favourite pub in the world. Love it. And so I'd gone to this open mic night, played this open mic night. My friend Dan had also gone to this open mic night, and we were gonna just text my. I think we were getting my stepdad to pick us up. We were gonna text someone to pick us up when we were ready to leave, because we'd both been drinking, and I don't think we could drive at this point. I'm not sure. Thanks, chat likes the thumbnail. Good. So we'd been playing there, we'd been drinking there, and we thought, I'm not ready for the night to end. We've not got anything to do the next day, so let's fucking go to another pub or something. It was a Thursday, so everywhere was shut.
Yes.
Apart from the Irish bar across the road, directly across the road.
I know it.
Now, so we wandered in, and there weren't very many people there, but the people who were there were like very jolly. And we sat down and we ordered a pint of Guinness each because we were in the Irish bar, drink a Guinness.
Yeah.
And the pints of Guinness there were £3 each. So we gave, but they only charged us £3, but they gave us 2 pints of Guinness. So like, oh, freaking sweet, Lois. I don't know how people are typing nothing in chat, guys. I don't know how that works. I guess you can just send message on Kick. I don't know, whatever. So they did that, and then they'd ordered food. Like the people in the pub had ordered like pizza. They'd ordered takeout, but they'd ordered like a shit ton. Like fucking loads. There must have been, like, including us, maybe 7 people in there. They'd ordered enough for about 40. They'd ordered loads of food. So they just ended up giving me and Dan a full pizza each and a kebab and chips each.
Oh my god.
Because there was way too much. So I was like, wow, this is great. So then they brought us 2 more pints of Guinness. We'd paid £3 for 4 pints of Guinness, 2 pizzas, 2 kebabs, and 2 portions of chips. It was great.
You know. Yeah.
I found out through like just talking to these very merry people that they weren't meant to be open. They were shut. It was just the people who owned it and their family celebrating a birthday. And because they were so fucking drunk, they didn't realise we'd just wandered in.
Nice.
The door was like open and everything, so we just wandered in and joined in on this birthday real quick. Yeah, that was good. That was a really good day. I liked that one. That's the only sort of thing that happens to you, getting so lucky like that.
It is. I haven't had anything like that in a long time, to be honest with you.
Have you been up to anything at all lately? Because you stopped. You'd finished painting your models, didn't you?
Yeah, but now I'm working on another nerd project. So I'm still doing that stuff. But I've got a new. It's not really a new job, but I've got a new job. So that's something that I've been doing. That's something I've been getting.
You mean doing the same thing but somewhere else?
Well, kind of the same thing, but it's more. So before, all I was doing really was just tidying up round the people who were doing the fixing, like putting the dry line boards up. So that's like your partition walls. And like bringing them materials. And I also looked after plasterers sometimes as well. But this is much more like helping out just a site in general, like wherever they need it. So right now I'm like doing insulating in like a loft. So it's a lot more like actually doing different things and like doing stuff that like, instead of just carrying shit about. You are still carrying stuff and cleaning stuff, but the most important part of it all is that I have gone up from £13 an hour to £15 an hour, so and I get more hours. So yep.
You're so fucking lucky because you've not done anything. You've not done anything. This just happens to you. Chat says, "I hope you fall." So
I could play the flame if I did.
great, sweet, great. I just get a
so-
pay rise from all that fucking, education and stuff, things that I've had to learn. And...
Yeah, I carry shit. I like be strong, like be a man. Go get a real job. You fucking.
Well, I
pussy.
have signed up to boxing again, so there's a boxing gym,
Nice.
like it's easy to walk to for me, so
Yeah.
I've signed up to do that. So I've been trying to eat healthy as well, and I've lost some weight so far. However, last night didn't go so well because I was fucking raging last night. I was just pissed off at the world. I was not in a good state last night, and
okay, God.
I pretty much very depressed. So I bought a big bottle of whiskey, because that's how you should deal with your depression, everyone. No, that's a joke. That's a joke. Chat, what? My uncle grabs my left cheek whenever I don't rub his feet. Cool. So last night I drank an entire bottle of whiskey. Just by
Nice.
accident.
Yeah,
I
just
kinda
you
kept
slipped.
at it. And yeah, got there eventually. But so that's not very healthy. And obviously, because I was so fucking drunk, I ordered enough fried chicken to feed 9 people.
Oh,
So-
fuck! You did the same thing these fucking dolts did with a pizza.
I did, yeah. And you accidentally wander in and I hand you a can of Guinness and some chicken. Oh dear. Yeah, so that bit's not gone great, but
No.
it's what it is. That happens. I'm not going to beat myself up about it too much. Okay, just for the last bit of this podcast then, just so that it's not another short one, because we've been doing a lot of short ones.
Yeah.
Someone didn't like me calling them Chief in chat. That's not how they identify.
Chief.
Team Fortress 2, you've been playing some of that, haven't you?
I have.
Lately.
I'm loving Team Fortress 2 right now.
I downloaded it again, and here's a reason to make sure you tune in live around 6 p.m. to 6:30 on a Thursday, because that's when we record the podcast live. But after we've done recording the podcast live, we do some other stuff after as well.
We do. We surely,
we probably will be
do.
playing Team Fortress 2 after this. Yes, we can play some of that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give you my reassessed score for Team Fortress 2.
Okay, go ahead.
You gave it 73, which obviously you can choose to change.
I'd actually like to bump that up to 80, please.
Wow, that's this is going to shock you then, because Team Fortress 2,
Yeah.
28.
Yeah, I knew you wouldn't like it.
Judd, it's so shit. You can't
Why?
fucking
Why
do
is it
anything.
shit?
You can't
What do you
the
mean you
game. You
can't do
can't play
anything?
out the game. You can't do it. Like it's
Why?
just, every game that I've gone into, it ends up in like such a bullshit stalemate where you can't play. You have to play. Like the balancing on that game is fucking abysmal. Like it's not balanced even a little bit. Like it's
I think you're just
fucking
shit.
shocking how
I agree
balanced
with-
that game is.
I agree with the Gran Turismo guy now. I think you're just shit.
You're gonna leave a comment on this.
I'm gonna leave a comment underneath being like, obviously you have not put enough time into Team Fortress 2.
Like the caveat is that somehow I kind of enjoy it a bit.
Yeah.
Still, even though I know that it's shit while I'm playing it, I don't know. I think there's like an aesthetic to it that I enjoy, but it's just so incredibly unbalanced. Like how Sniper? No, can't do it.
What you mean? What you can't do it? Like you can't play
as
Sniper?
in you can't. It's not powerful enough. You're just gonna fucking die all the time.
It definitely is. Yeah, this is
No.
definitely a skill
Well,
issue. I promise you, this is a skill
I
issue.
definitely have hit plenty of shots with Sniper because my aim's pretty good from playing Apex so much.
Are you hitting headshots?
Yeah. I've hit plenty of headshots. Like it's not. I know how it works. Like I know how the damage works and everything. I'm not like doing it wrong.
Okay.
It's just that like if you come across a heavy, you're dead.
Yeah.
Then it's like you're just dead.
No, the snipers are actually very specifically good at killing heavies. You know, if you're far enough away, he's actually got the biggest head out of the entire team.
The maps are not big, so you cannot be. It's
big
not.
enough. They're bigger.
They're not. But anyway, we'll figure it out.
This is a skill issue. I'm sorry.
It's not. Judd, I'm not angry that I can't
issue.
win games. It's not. I've won games. I've lost games. It's not. That's not the problem I'm having. It's stuff like the map design. There were a certain map in particular that I was playing.
Some maps that are just fucking ass.
There was a map that I was playing. It was the payload one where you push the payload along, and there was such an insane choke point that there's no way you could ever go through it because the team can just sit on a ledge and just go, "Boop, you're dead." Straight away, and you have to go there to make the thing go along. It's stuff like that. It's just like map design is not great. The character balancing is fucking awful. One that pisses me off so much is engineer. Like you just put down a fucking turret somewhere and no one can get through there anymore, and you have to get through there.
You can get through it. Just fucking get a medic to Uber charge you and fucking walk at it. It's fine.
You can't just do that. You can't just do that. That's fucking ridiculous. That's like saying, Judd, what the fuck are you going to work for? Just get money. Just have it. Just have some money. Why are you working? Just have some money.
Just switch to spy and fucking zap it with a fucking thing. It's not hard.
You can. Yeah, I know that you can do that, but it takes fucking forever.
It don't. Just get there. It's a skill issue.
Nah, it's not. I kind of hope it is because I'd like to think it's better than it is, and that's kind of why I wanted to play some with you, so you can kind of I don't know, maybe change my mind. Because honestly, if I change my mind and I think it is good after playing it more, then fine. But so far, I just think it's insanely unbalanced and ridiculous. I come across games like multiple. Most of the games I've played on it. It ends up as a massive stalemate because no one can progress, and people stop playing. They all just stop playing and start jumping around and not shooting at each other on both teams.
Yeah, that does happen. That does happen. I specifically on the menu when you're choosing to go for casual games, it opens up a little sort of thing that you can click what specifically what maps and what kind of games you play. I always turn off capture the flag because that has the worst sort of stalemate sort of opportunities because what does happen then it is both teams will just have free engineers and free engineers will just build sentries around the fucking case, and then it's just the whole
it's impossible.
fucking chore. So I whenever I go in I always turn that off. So you're less likely to be in games like that.
Because I've not played loads of it, I just went on casual and said any game mode, any map, and
yeah.
But...
And you were I only figured out to do that after fucking 5 or 6 years of playing it. So it is whatever. It's fine.
And it's good that you can do stuff like that, but you don't want to split your player base up very much. And it's dumb that you can't play the game mode because it's designed so awfully. So currently, I've put it at a 28, but we'll see. We'll see. Right, last thing, chat says, what's your favourite superheroes? You go first.
Homelander.
That's a good one. Actually.
If I'm talking about actual genuine superhero, my favourite superhero is Mark Grayson from Invincible. He's my favourite.
That's another good one.
Yeah, I think... all time, it's Mark Grayson. If we're talking Marvel shit, he's not really a superhero, so I guess sometimes he has powers, but my favorite is Star-Lord, but he's not a superhero, is he? He's like a dude.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, I've never been a fan of I don't know. I was going to say I've never been a fan of stupidly OP superheroes, but Mark Grayson is absolutely the end a stupidly. Well, never mind. But yeah,
yeah, I'm not a fan of just Superman. Even he's the best example of just he's boringly overpowered. That's why I don't like DC as much as Marvel, because they're kind of power levels of their heroes are way bigger, and the villains as well. It's just not that interesting.
I don't know what I'm talking about though, because it's like my favorite thing is like Warhammer, which the whole point is that the entire universe is like just terribly, terribly overpowered all over the place. But then it evens itself out because everybody's overpowered, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I think that it's different
yeah.
with that because it's set in space. It's not really anything to do with the Earth. Like it's not grounded at all, is it? Whereas like superheroes, they're on Earth, like it's grounded, like people supposed to live with them. So to me, when like Superman's so just insanely powerful, the gap, like it's like it's how do I say this?
I suppose like you could, let's take. I'm just gonna bring some random Warhammer thing up, but like a Catan, which is basically a it's like a star god, that's a thing that exists in the universe, like, an avatar or a shard of a star god. But, as fucking insanely overpowered as that thing is, at any time some fucking great demon of like some ancient god could show up to kick its ass. So
yeah.
I suppose there's always something that's either on its power level or has a higher power level than it. Whereas in like DC world, Superman is fucking Superman. It's like, he's just like you get things that are on his level, but most of the time Superman shows up and he saves the day because it's fucking Superman. So
yeah, it's just I think it's just not grounded enough. It's not like because humans are nowhere like it's unbelievably different in the scale of like like for example fucking the heavyweight UFC champion. If he fought Spider-Man, he'd put up like an okay fight. He'd lose because Spider-Man's a superhero, of course, but he could maybe do something. If he tried to even touch Superman, it's just not even. It's not even a fucking a fucking thing. It's like it's just crazy. So that's why I much prefer Marvel. I'm super basic with my favorite superheroes. It's Spider-Man, and then probably I guess my number 2 would probably be Miss Marvel in terms of comics, I guess. Overall.
Wow.
The Miss Marvel comics are really good. It's because she's like personality-wise, she's really similar to Spider-Man. I like the kind of like dorky but funny characters. That's my favorite.
They have team-ups fairly regularly, don't they? Miss Marvel and Spider-Man. They're like,
I think it's Miss Marvel and Miles Morales Spider-Man mostly, but it still applies. Like Miles Morales being Spider-Man, still my favorite. Like, and I guess Iron Man would be next, but it's weird because it depends what you're talking about. Dalton thinks that I fancy her. She's like a fucking child.
Who
old is
Miss Marvel?
Kamala Khan.
Kamala Khan.
She's 16.
That's gross. You can't like her.
I know,
gross,
exactly.
Jake.
That's what I'm saying. Well, Peter Parker's like 15 in my favourite Spider-Man.
That's gross. And you want to fuck Spider-Man? That's
what the fuck are you talking about? Oh, Dalton. Okay, Dalton likes her. Right. That's less weird. It's still kind of weird.
That's fair, but you can like a doll.
What is he, like 11?
He's like 10. Or is he 11?
That's statutory rape if Kamala Khan did a...
Yeah, if she is
we're moving on. I don't want to talk about kids fucking. It's gross. Just on Marvel, though, I watched Secret Invasion.
What did you think of the AI intro?
The AI intro? Oh,
yeah, the intro. The intro was like made by AI, and everybody was really a lot of people were really pissed off because it was during like all the strikes in Hollywood and stuff. And the reason Marvel came out was because like, oh no, the idea is that like it's right, but not like the stuff that's obviously wrong with it, and like that's the whole thing behind Secret Invasion. It's right, but not quite right. And then everybody else was just like, yeah, but no, you've kind of just had this whole intro done for free by a computer, and it's during like these massive strikes because people are being outsourced for jobs and not being paid right. So, yeah.
Okay, boring.
Yeah.
I liked it a lot. It's not been rated very well. Like Rotten Tomatoes, critics 54, audiences 50, IMDb 60, and I just don't get why. It was interesting spy show. Like it was really solid. I enjoyed it a lot. Like there was genuinely points where I was like, oh shit. I gave it 80. It was good. It was fucking good. I don't know what the problem is.
I haven't watched it.
Fine. You don't have to. Sure.
Are you gonna post a comment underneath saying, "Well, then you cannot critique it"?
Yeah. No, it was good. I honestly don't understand the kind of mixed reception to it. I genuinely think that nowadays it's just the trend to hate on the newer Marvel stuff. It's just kind of like the public kind of, feeling that, oh no, it's not been the same since Endgame, and they all just want that to be true. So everyone just kind of like thinks of it like that. Whereas like, I'm trying to actually assess this. Like that's not the main reason I'm watching it. I'm watching it because I want to fucking watch it. But when actually assessing it, I'm trying to actually assess it rather than just fucking get influenced.
One of my favorite Marvel films was after Endgame. Far From Home.
Far From Home.
Yep.
Far From
It
Home.
was pretty. Yeah. It was pretty soon after Endgame. That's like one of my
chat saying Marvel killed off all the white male characters. Marvel's gone fully woke. Captain America literally gave his shield to a black man. The fuck are you on about? They've not gone woke at all. It doesn't matter. It's not like when you watch one of these shows or movies, like fucking the Falcon turns to the camera and goes, "Remember, kids, be gay." It's not like anything like that happens. It's just that's just what color they are. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Like we genuinely call out that sort of thing a lot. Don't we? Like, and I honestly do not think it's like that with this. Plus, it's not the first time that's happened. Like, that happens in the comics. Like, Falcon has been Captain America in the comics for a lot of times, and it's just how it is. It doesn't really matter. The only bit that I kind of thought was a bit, the only moments that I can think were kind of woke in Marvel are the moment in Endgame where they had to have that shot of all the women assembling together. That was a bit like,
don't worry, we'll take it from here. Shut the fuck up.
It was a bit cringe. That it was a bit cringily done. That, and the other one is that you've probably not seen this, Judd. In Falcon and the Winter Soldier, there's a moment where they discover that there was like a black guy Captain America as well, who didn't get frozen in ice and stuff like that, and was treated badly because he was black and stuff. And I kind of thought that was a bit weird.
He wasn't a Captain America though, was he? He was just like one of the first people to be hit with that serum, and he like went in to like get a bunch of guys free, but he got sort of stuck there, and the whole sort of thing was, that they sort of just left him, and they sort of just tried to scrub all of that shit from history, and the fact that he was black played into it at some point.
That was a bit. I think what I didn't like about that more was just kind of adding another person with those powers. It takes away from how special the heroes with those powers are.
I feel like, but specifically in that show, I feel like that doesn't fucking matter anymore, because literally everybody was running around with Captain America's powers in that game, in that show. Like
in a way, again, like that's what I didn't like about that. I don't like it when that happens. So it's probably not a bad thing, but for me, that's a pet peeve when just like more people just get the powers that made a hero you like special in the first place. And the other thing that I don't particularly like is when they feel the need to like nerf a hero in a way. So for example, like when Wolverine had his claws chopped off and he had to have the bone claws. It's like, they made him weaker.
Just gross ass
really like
bone claws. Nasty bone claws.
So anyway, podcast. That's done. We're done. We're done a podcast. Hopefully you liked
Right.
this hate-filled podcast. it's been
And
a
if not, leave a
complaining one.
comment that we can fucking make fun of next time. It's got
If
more
you didn't
more
like it, leave a
content.
hate comment. Bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, stream's still up, folks. We're still doing
Okay.
stream